So what is potential and kinetic energy? Hmm? So what is our basic understanding related to those energies that might involve in our daily life activities? Right? First, we need to know what is an energy. Have you ever heard that word before? So what do you think, guys? Okay? The meaning of the word energy. So literally, we were able to do our work or task at home, at school, especially when we do special activities, wherever we are, we should have energy. Okay? The word sana, we need to have energy. Things which is very interested or something interesting for you, you must have enough energy in order to let the work done. No? In order for you to become successful in life, you must have to obtain enough energy. Physically, your body energy, and of course, your mind and your positive outlook. We need energy. But in real life situation, energy is ability to cause change of our work. Ability to do work, and this changes from time to time. Energy can be converted, no? Not only in our personal goal, but also in various applications, practical applications. Not in our physical body, not in our task that we need to work every day. But in some aspects or other fields, energy can be obtained through different materials. So there is a certain conversion of energy from one things to another things. And what are those things? Namely, the source of light. Sunlight gives off energy, not only to living organisms, but most especially, application of energy in order that the plants can be converted to food and gives off oxygen. So we have solar energy. Solar energy, it is an energy coming from the light, from the sun. We also have another form of energy. What is it? What we call wind energy. Wind energy coming from the gaseous particles, which is commonly known as air. So wind energy is very important. That can be converted also into heat, light, the transmission of energy bound to conversion of electricity. Another one, the energy of water. The word hydroelectricity, electrical energy which is being transmitted coming from the source of hydro means water. So water source. Hydro meaning to say that's water. Thermal means to say heat. Underground can be. We also have geothermal energy. In what way? So geothermal energy, this is the source of heat underground. Okay? By means of what? What can be found? What are those energies that can be found underground? Okay, so miners can dig the ground, no, to get fuel, no, various of energy underground, okay, by mining or drilling, in order to fuel the power plant, electrical power plant. Okay. Another energy that we have to remember is fuel energy. So where does the fuel energy coming from? What are the sources? What are the various sources of fuel energy? Okay? So we can do that one by coal mining, no? Renewable and non-renewable fuel energy. Then the other one is the nuclear energy. So this nuclear energy, it can be made through chemical toxic substances or through radiations. Okay? By the presence of nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. But this one might be risky because of the presence of toxic substances, okay, like the presence of uranium with high level of radiation. Okay? So, to continue, those things that we have mentioned, okay, all of them contain potential energy. Okay? Say, for example, we have solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectricity, hydrothermal energy, geothermal energy, fuel energy, nuclear energy. Okay? So remember, guys, that all those things can be converted into a very useful or usable energy in order to feed us, as our support in our daily life activities. Okay? So, means to say that those things, those components of energy has a potential energy that helps to store the energy due to the interactions between objects or particles. So those things or materials with various components and functions of energy has a certain conversion. It can be converted based on different functions that will be useful in our daily life activities. And this is very beneficial to mankind. Alright? So what are these potential things, for example? And who benefits those energies that we have mentioned? Alright, let's continue. Since there is a potential, so it might be able to work and even when it comes to movement, especially with our transportations, motorcycle, cars, different modes of transportation, air transportation, land transportation, water transportation. Okay, it will be able to operate and function our different transportations in order to move from one distance to another. Okay? There is what we call kinetic energy. The word kinetic means ability to move. Ability to function, and it will create motion. That's what we call kinetic. So energy to its motion. It's because of its motion. Why were we able to function? It is because of the presence of energy that already been converted. In order that this object can move, either how fast or how slow. Get it? So, it depends how it is being applied. Another one, we have chemical energy. So one of the best example of chemical energy are those batteries. Do you know what battery is? Huh? So batteries can help operate manually, no? With our flashlight, emergency lights, even part of our charging stations. So battery is very important when it comes to emergency, when it comes to lighting. So chemical energy, okay? This is an energy that is being stored and released from bonding between atoms, between oxygen and hydrogen, for example. Alright? So chemical energy also takes place inside our body by means of respiration and digestion of food. No? Every day we eat 3 times a day with our breakfast, lunch, dinner, plus our snacks. Right? But remember, our body needs to digest these foods that we have eaten, no? Within that period of time. And that will be converted into energy. So by the help of chemical reactions in our stomach, no, through nutrients absorption by the help of our small intestine, and that will further be digested, no, in order that our body system, no, when it comes to blood circulations, can also benefits from time to time. And it also helps, no, to further regulates our lungs for breathing, no, by the help of chemical energy due to its chemical reactions from the food that we eat. You understand? Next one, we have nuclear energy. What is meant by the word nuclear energy? Okay, have you ever heard this word before? Nuclear. Nuclear energy is an energy stored in and released from the nucleus of an atom. Okay? In what way? By explosion through heat and fire. The emission of high level of radiation and heat. And it might be risky when it comes to war. Because some of those can be used for, okay, warfare.